What's up, guys? Back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about one from 88 Films from the UK, and it is Gifted. This is a Korean thriller. It's about a guy who doesn't have, he loses his job as he works in the car insurance field. He's trying to keep it a secret from his girlfriend. He doesn't want her to find out. So he's trying to line up a job so that by the time she does find out, he'll be able to say like, "Hey, I'm not unemployed. I just, switched jobs." That's not going very well for him, and things definitely hit a wall for him whenever his girlfriend has an opportunity to make a big business deal by purchasing the cafe that she works at, which would be a real launching point for them as a couple to be able to have a more comfortable, stable life. And unfortunately, even though she signs the deed in his name, because he doesn't have a job and doesn't have any money, that deal falls through. She kind of comes a little bit unhinged because she's tired of waiting for him, to live a more responsible lifestyle. She's watching all of her friends have bigger and better lives, and she's not even able to afford the minor luxuries in life, mostly because of her boyfriend. So they break up. He's still intent though that he's gonna make things work. He ends up falling in with a guy who steals cell phones. They end up using the main guy's knowledge about cars and where the cameras are and like everything. He knows everything about the city and anything that has to do with cars because he's worked in the car insurance field. So using his expertise, they get into stealing cars, and he starts to make money, but things take kind of a dark turn when he has an unexpected violent conflict, and he starts down a very dark road. So this is kind of a psychosexual thriller. I actually really liked it. I thought the performances were really good. I thought the tension was really good. I've read some complaints that the movie started off too slow for some people, and I can kind of see that, but you have to lay down exposition in a movie like this. You have to get to know the main character because it is a pretty character-driven movie. You have to see what his personality is like and see how he interacts with this world to understand that he's like such a passive guy. His boss kind of makes fun of him, and his girlfriend kind of obviously keeps him under thumb a little bit. You need that before we can move on to the other stuff, because then we can see the evolution of the character, and that's definitely what we get here. I think the tension is good throughout. I think the visuals are really nice. I love the way the movie's shot. It doesn't have a lot of personality as far as like colors or contrast, but I think the actual shots themselves look really good. I was pretty impressed with that. I think it has some really solid sex scenes, much more vivid than I had expected with this being a Korean movie. It's got some topless scenes. It's got some bare ass. Doesn't have any full frontal, but that's not a surprise, given where the movie's coming from. So there is some sleaze here. There's not much blood, but there is some violence. It's a very personal, like up close, in your face kind of, again, not bloodshed violence, but like aggressiveness and like confrontation, and I like that as well. So there's a lot of just sleaze, dysfunction, kind of a serial killer-esque vibe here. And I really liked the movie. I thought it was really solid. I had a great time with it. I actually ended up watching it again just like the next day after I watched it, so that doesn't happen a lot for me. So the Blu-ray is from 88 Films, and they're out of the UK. The only extra is a trailer, but the transfer itself looks really good. As I said, it's got a very like natural, grounded color scheme. So, there's not a lot of like popping colors or whatnot. But this transfer definitely upholds that like natural look, and I think the movie again has really cool visuals in terms of composition and camera work, so that really holds up well here. And I had no issues with the transfer. It is a pretty new film, so it's not surprising that it looks pretty much pristine here. I would say this is probably as good as the movie's gonna look, especially on Blu-ray. And again, it doesn't have a lot of extras, but the movie itself is the main draw, and the price is right. So I definitely recommend Gifted if you're a fan of Asian horror films, thrillers, psychosexual storylines, serial killer movies, all that kind of stuff. If you want to read my full write-up of Gifted, you can go to my website, markfusion.com, and check that out, as well as tons of other 88 films and other horror, serial killer-ish items. Also, if you're interested in Gifted, make sure you go to the 88 Films website and check that out. They got a great shop there with tons of Blu-rays and DVDs for sale. If you want to find out more about me, you can go to Twitter, Twitch, or Instagram at markfusion and follow me there, or at Letterboxd and see what I've been watching and what might be coming to this channel soon. But the best way you can help me out, as always, just hit that sub button. It's a free, easy, direct way to support me. Help me keep making these videos, talking to you guys about these movies, which I love doing. And watching old videos, too, is a huge help. I know it doesn't seem like watching an extra video here or there makes a big difference, but it absolutely does. So thank you so much for watching this one. I do appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.